It's Vlogmas Day number 11, and for today's blog, I am basically going on my social media to ask for the community's help and just anyone who is involved in immigrant rights to curate sources for immigrants in the US, specifically those who are undocumented, mixed status families, and for anyone who might be vulnerable to deportation. In the last couple of weeks, I have heard from several people who are in search for resources. Thankfully, they are amazing resources already online, but I feel like there's still a gap specifically for people who are undocumented. So I want to make sure that I am doing as best as possible in providing these resources to the people who have reached out. And I feel like compiling a list with all of these links and resources would be extremely helpful just for anyone to be able to access at any time that they need. With the ongoing talks and plans about mass deportation through the new administration that's going to come in next month, it is so important that immigrant communities are informed of their rights and to know how the deportation process works. I am specifically looking for resources that cater to the state of California and New York. And of course, resources outside these two states are welcomed. I specifically worry about the people who are here in the US under advanced parole. Of course, those who are undocumented and those who might be vulnerable to deportation. And although the future of DACA recipients is still in limbo, like it continues to be in limbo, there's still hope that they will be protected. But even then, I would also want to include resources catering to them, and specifically the high school graduates who unfortunately are not eligible to apply for the DACA program because the program is no longer accepting new applications. So basically resources for undocumented people all over the US. So if you have suggestions, my DMs are open. Feel free to send me the link, share a post. You could also drop it in my comments. Once I have organized the resources, I will make sure to publish on my social media. This will be an ongoing list, which I will be modifying depending on how much information and resources I have received. I will also continue my research. If you have suggestions, I welcome them. This is the least that we can do. To be honest, I cannot tell you how many difficult conversations I've had in the last couple of days and weeks regarding the future of so many people that have established themselves in this country, a country they have made their home, even though it continues to deny them the legal belonging that they have earned by either growing up here, living most of their life here, and contributing by paying taxes, and who now continue to navigate life fearing what might happen to not only themselves but family members. And this is no way to live. It's not a dignified way to live. As an educator, I could tell you that the conversations that I've had have been extremely difficult, specifically thinking about the mental health and emotional state of my students. And as a researcher, the emotional state as well and the future of those who fortunately have been eligible to come back to the US after being deported. And I'm thinking specifically about deported veterans and what might happen to them when the new administration comes in and has yet to make a public announcement regarding the future of veterans and just even caring for them. One of the things that I make sure to communicate just to anyone who reaches out is to find something that you can control. And my advice is to remain informed and to stay informed. Know your rights regardless of your legal status in this country. Citizens need to know their rights, undocumented people as well, because the more knowledge that you have, it is less likely that you will let someone take advantage of you, and that includes our government. So as the saying goes, knowledge is power, and I hope that through this resource, we are able to maintain our communities informed. And although this is a super small step, it could mean the world to someone who might have access to this information and literally just be able to defend themselves in the face of injustice. So again, if you have any tips, any ideas, any resources that are already available online or anything, basically, feel free to send it my way. Again, my DMs are open. Just send that info in and I will make sure to organize this list and I will post it as soon as I have enough information. This will be a live document, so it's going to be changing, but for now, It is critical to focus on the most vulnerable communities that are a part of this country, which include the undocumented community, deported veterans who have returned home and are still in a state of limbo, the future of undocumented youth, especially those who have DACA. I just want to remind people that you don't have to be an immigrant or part of a mixed status family to care. And this is specifically to my fellow citizens of the US, people who are born here. You have to care about something, and I hope that you care about your neighbors, your friends, the people that you get to interact with on a daily basis. And thank you to anyone in advance that shares any resource. I honestly appreciate it. Like, I see the amazing work that all of these organizations do and the individuals that have like dedicated most of their life to fight injustice and do what's right in regards to human rights and human dignity. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. Just know that. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you consider being a part of this. The document will be there, it will be available, and I hope that I'm able to post it by the end of next week, before the weekend, so this information could start rolling out to the people that really need it. And trust me, there's people that need it.